Om Shanti. I am sure right now you must be digesting all this information, um, trying to process it and to see, like, okay, should I really believe it or not? Okay, I can understand what must be happening. Okay, but I would like to add one thing to it. I'm very happy, okay, um, to see that you have not given up, even though you are receiving so much new information. Um, but you have not given up. Okay. That's what happens, right? It's basically a reality of going through that. As I always see that awakening or shocking and lightning um, of the intellect, shaking of the intellect, in order to kind of, okay, this is God. Okay, this is more of like a uh, real miracle. Okay, happening. That's what I had felt. Um, so I hope you just take some time. Okay, going through this and try to process. It will take some time though, because we have the belief, right? Of visualizing God in a very different way, based on the influence of the information or attachment of the information we have been hearing, right? Ever since the world has become falsehood, everybody is saying similar things. And so we have just adapted that view and we are thinking that's real as well. Okay. So when real thing comes, we have a story of a shepherd boy, right? Okay, so it was about a shepherd boy and a wolf. Okay, so shepherd boy tended his master's sheep near a dark forest, not far from the village. Okay, but he found life very dull, so he decided to amuse himself. Okay, and one day, as he sat and were watching the sheep in the quiet forest, um, he thought that what he would do if he saw a wolf. Okay, so he thought of a plan to amuse himself. Actually, okay, because his master had told him that you call for help. Okay, should a wolf attack the flock. Okay, and villagers would drive it away. Okay, so what he did, he took advantage of that. Okay, he didn't see any wolf, but what did he do? Okay, he started shouting at the top of his voice, saying, "Wolf, wolf." So, as he expected, villagers heard the cry. Okay, they dropped their work and they ran in great excitement. Okay, to the pasture. Okay, but when they came, okay, they saw a boy was um, laughing actually, okay, at the trick he played on them. So, and after a few days later, okay, boy played the same trick, and villagers came once again, okay. So eventually villagers became angry at them, okay, and what happened one evening, okay, um, the wolf actually came, okay, and in terror at that time it was a real alarm, okay. Boy went toward village shouting, but what happens? Nobody came, right? Um, and then villagers thought, oh, he cannot. We are not going to go. He cannot fool us again. Okay. So at that time, the wolf killed many of boy's sheep and then slipped away in the forest. Okay. So after making false alarm, then when there was a real alarm, nobody actually believed it. Okay. So right now, that's what's happening. There are a lot of false alarms about God, false things about God, which has been spreaded. Now, in reality, when God comes and um, tells the truth, we feel like it's just one of those information that we have been hearing. Okay, it's just one opinion that's coming. Okay, we don't see that as a real. So that's why once you stick around a little bit, stay in the company of God, after you complete the course, and do listen from Him, and try to just feel Him for some time based on His knowledge, the intellect, right? Everything we are saying is a real way. Everything we have heard is very unreal, right? In imaginary way, right? So now it's completely different, right? But what we have been believing, that's very easy to kind of get accepted to, but this is not easy because it's more real, right? Um, but in life, that's what it is, right? Nothing happens through miracle. We all have to make effort, right? With everything that we do. So same thing here. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Okay. We talked about Brahma's role. Okay. Who is Brahma? It's clear. We also showed you who is Shankar, right? And we also explained about um, where he is and his biography. And of course, in the description box, you'll have many things if you want to just read. Okay. Please go through them. Again, don't just spend time on that in order to make a decision of going to part 2. Just finish as soon as you finish your recordings, listening to the recordings, go to part 2. You don't have to wait. Okay. And decide, you just go through all the materials. Okay, so we came to know who is Prajapita, right? Who is our unlimited spiritual father. In the next class, actually, there is one more recording on how to remember, which is meditation step 2. Okay, um, that you will go through to understand how to connect God. Okay, now here we are focusing on Vishnu. Okay, now what is the role of Vishnu in the path of bhakti? Well, in Sanatan Dharma, many people think that Vishnu is a person, okay, with 4 arms. But in reality, we just went through it. It's a team, okay. It's a team which is composed of 5 souls, okay, of sustaining all the deity souls in this world, okay. So we are the one who became Shudra to Brahmins, right? Brahman to deities through Shankar, right? We destroy our negativities, defects, right? Through this deep knowledge of God, connecting with remembering Him, right? So now Vishnu is an aim that we achieve. Okay, it's not a person, it is just indicating it's an aim. Okay, Vishnu. Nu means no, Vish means poison. Okay, when we overcome our weakness, okay, when we um, become pure to sustain that purity, okay, we receive help, okay, of 5 souls again. Okay, that's why we have 4 arms and one who is standing, total 5. Who started the task, they are the one who attains the aim of becoming viceless first, okay, becoming completely pure, and then they are the one who takes the responsibility of sustaining all the deity souls, okay, who also achieve the aim number wise. All right. So that God says, what is the population? Okay, how many souls? Okay, we can experience heaven in this world. Okay, which would be 4.5 lakh souls. Okay, with this body. Okay, if we include the first generation. Okay, with children, it's 9 lakh. But in here, we are talking about the top most souls. With the body, they can experience their own body. Okay, 4.5 lakhs. So there are very few out of billions of population. Okay, so that's why God says not everyone can recognize God. You might be that lucky one. Okay, based on the effort we make. Okay, so we are the deity soul. We achieve the aim of becoming like Narayan. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Okay, so Vishnu So those 5 souls, okay, they are show in those 5 souls, the way they have appeared. Again, it's just a task, okay. Vishnu also indicates like, okay, how are they going to sustain the souls around them? First, they have to harmonize within each other, right? Which means they are the one who are through mind and intellect. Their soul is okay in harmony with each other's thoughts, because all of their thoughts are now merged with God. Okay, which means that they have um, harmonized their nature. Okay, which means they are completely following God's Sriman. Okay, they don't have any opposite thought against what God's direction is. Okay, so they all have become like that. So that's why it says, okay, they are the one, okay, who have that harmony of the sanskars first. Okay, so Vishnu is basically the representation of the harmonizing, okay, of nature and sanskars, which is our thought process completely matches with God. Okay, so that's why it's 4 armed Vishnus. And these 5 souls, they have the speciality. Okay, it's very, very important to understand also. Um, Vishnu means when we receive the sustenance, okay, when we live all this gathering, there will be a spiritual gathering in this world, okay, that is basically indicating the sustenance. So like-minded people, whose thoughts are completely connected, right, and it's after long time effort, right away, just like right now, you had a lot of still have a lot of conflicting thoughts, right? That, oh, is it real? Is it what? How can that be? Right? All those things, it's called opposite, right? What God has been thinking. So it's a process. We have to uncover our Rajo and Tamu gunas and wash the soul with the knowledge for a long time to reach that. Okay, that's why Shankar's role is next. All right. So you will see this under the sustenance of Vishnu. Okay, these 5 special souls, all the deities' souls will be taken care, and you will feel the atmosphere of heaven in this world. Okay, so that is basically, it's everybody will say, oh, heaven has arrived. Okay, experiencing the vibration, okay, coming from all that spiritual gathering, God says. Okay, so that's why right now this is elevated time for all of us to make efforts so we can be part of that gathering of new heaven, okay, who goes into new heaven, and we can experience a supersensuous joy, and also can our vibration reach the whole world and everyone, and convince everyone that, oh, heaven, they all will feel that, oh, we experience we feel heaven is here. Okay, even though physical transformation has not occurred, it is that vibration, okay, of those souls reaches. So it's a very, very elevated fortune we can have if we make effort. All right. So I hope that is clear. I'm explaining you in the simplest manner, okay, at this time. And then also one more thing I want to add is, everybody, see, even though all the souls of the world, they have not gone to heaven, they still believe in heaven. Why? This is the proof, okay, of what I'm telling you, it is real. Okay. So these 5 special souls are there, right? Who are the one who becomes pure, achieves the aim of becoming a deity first. Okay, they have their specialties. Okay, they have their specialties. The specialties are shown here in the picture. Okay, you see that in form of ornaments. Okay, so 5 souls. Okay, now you would like to know who they are, right? So I will indicate it by the number of Brahmas that you remember, right? So number 1 Brahma is the one who is standing. Okay. Number 2 Brahma, which is known as Lakshmi. Number 3 Brahma, which is known as Jagadamba here, Badi Ma. Number 4 is Brahma Baba. Number 5 is Om Radha Saraswati. Okay. I will show you their face because I know you have seen the face of Brahma and Shankar, which is the first and fourth Brahma. Let's look at the faces of the rest of the Brahmas. Okay, so you can easily able to connect them with their specialties. Okay, see, first Brahma you saw, right? This is how the second Brahma looks. Okay, her name is in this birth of this body is Vedanti Ben. Okay, and third Brahma Jagadamba, and her name is Kamla Devi Dikshit. Okay, fourth Brahma, you know, Brahma Baba. Fifth Brahma Om Radhe Saraswati. This is how she looks. Okay, she left the body in 1965. Okay, so you can see this easily, right? So in Vishnu, okay, you can connect with their faces. Okay, so that way you can easily able to connect with them when I explain to you. See, you can see this picture, right? Vishnu is the memorial of the household path, okay? When the nature and sanskars of Adi Lakshmi, Adi Narayan, parents and Radha Krishna. So it's a very important fact here that we come to know. Okay, the first Brahma, you see this first Brahma, okay? You can see the picture. The first Brahma, right? And the second Brahma, they become Adi Lakshmi, Adi Narayan. Okay, so they are the one who becomes first world emperor and first world empress. Okay, so they are the one who become the first king and queen who will start the golden age. Okay, and their children, okay, will be fourth and fifth Brahma. Okay, so that's why in here it says household path. Okay, we can connect through to this with this picture. As you can see, you will see this picture of ladder coming up, okay, in the next session, but you can easily see it here, okay, that creator and creation, okay, the first and second Brahma and fourth and fifth Brahma, the relationship right now, they don't have a body because they are going to get a body from the second Brahma in the Satyug, golden age, actual golden age. Okay, right now also, if you are not able to connect it, just know the fact. The reality is something else. This fourth Brahma is known as Eve, right? In other religions, so all the religions can connect to this information. Adam, Eve, Adam, Hawa. Okay, it's just these facts were not presented to us, so that's why it's new. Okay, because it was real, it was everybody forgot God and God didn't come here before, it was not told, it doesn't mean that it's not here. Okay, look, it's all practical. Okay, all these ideas that we have been worshipping, at one point they have to be revealed. How they became Lakshmi Narayan, right? They should be a normal human being. God doesn't make any choose anyone, have partiality, right? How would God do the task that I didn't make them deities? They made it based on their effort. That proof is given here to us. Nothing just comes imaginary way or God just choosing everyone whenever he feels partializing. No, it's all real. It has logic, everything, why everything is the way it is. We come to know that now. Okay, so now it is clear to you. So now let's find out about the specialty. Again, this PDF, I will put it in the description box. Okay, so you can easily able to go through it. Okay, so here it is the image, okay, of the specialty. Now, the first Brahma, of course, he has a big part to play. Okay, right now, through him only God will be revealed to everyone, right? So he is the chariot of God. That is the biggest thing. He is the one who, through whom all these other souls can able to reach to that level of harmonizing their nature, their thought process with God. Okay, so he is the one who gives everyone power. Okay, he is the one who through him everybody receives directions. Okay, so he is the biggest guide. Okay, at the power at the yoga level, vibration level, and as well as the knowledge level. Okay, so he plays definitely big part. Okay, that we already know, Shankar's role. That's why he becomes Adi Narayan, right? He takes the complete knowledge from God. So that's why he attains that position, okay, of becoming the first king. Now let's go to the right side. You see Lakshmi with the hand with the conch shell, right? So conch shell, what does the conch shell represent? Okay, that is telling that due to her, that's representing the specialty of Lakshmi. Okay, through which she achieves the aim, okay, of reaching to at the second position, okay, and also becoming um, goddess, okay, in the path of bhakti, and highest second highest takes the position of second highest deity. Okay, so her the arm indicates shows conch shell. Conch shell indicates that knowledge is blown in all direction through her. Okay, that's why in the path of bhakti, we they worship Lakshmi. Okay, so as a wealth of goddess, they think that if we worship Lakshmi, we will always have will be prosperous. Okay, but in reality is nothing like that. Okay, in here God is telling why that ritual had begun. Okay, so God had said Lakshmi takes the knowledge from Narayan. Okay, and she, because of her power of purity, she is able to spread it to everyone and bring the effect of it. Okay, which is the result of it, believing, okay, that oh, God has come. She has played a great role on that and it brought an effect. So she comes at the end, but she does a lot of service that brings results. Okay, so she plays an important role in revealing God. Okay, now let's come to the next one, Jagadamba. Okay, now she is the third Brahma. Okay, now in here her part is unique, third and fourth Brahma. Okay, right now it might be a little difficult for you to understand, but it's okay. Okay, now her specialty was she stayed with the first Brahma, okay, in his company longest than any other souls. Okay, she stayed with him. She was the first one who surrendered when God came in him and he started the universe. Through him, God started the university, okay, of advanced knowledge. She in 1976, and she was the first one who surrendered, first female to surrender in 1983. Okay, and she stayed until 1998. So she stayed for a long time in his in Supreme Soul's company through him. Okay, so she developed that specialty, okay, of remembering God in him. Okay, she was easily able to remember God in him. Okay, even though even after she is colored, okay, by the world, okay, the impure world, still in the the Maya-like world, okay, lives in the Maya-like world, but she is detached through intellect. Okay, so that's why she lives the life like a lotus flower. Okay, so that's her specialty. Now let's come to the fourth Brahma, Brahma Baba. Okay, now his specialty was he was determined, okay, in his thoughts. So he didn't understand the knowledge so deeply, but he was very powerful in keeping up, hanging on to his thoughts. Okay, and because of that, he could able to surpass any situations. Okay, that's why he's shown to have mace. Mace, it has that spherical, right? Drama. So his most common thought was on drama. He used to keep just a drama. Oh, everything happens, it is meant to happen. Okay. So he kept that thought of drama. So that's why mace is shown. Okay. And then he kept the determined he thought he had his thought had a lot of determination. Okay, again right now also if you are not so clear, it's okay. Okay, just listen to it once, and then when you study directly from God, it will be easy for you. Okay, now the last term is on the top. Okay, is the fifth Brahma. Okay, her name was Saraswati, and her specialty was initially at the beginning of the yajna, when God started narrating the knowledge, he was not explaining so much. So at that time, and also she had that gift. Okay, she would churn the knowledge. Swadershan Chakra, see, circle is churning, like it just rotates. So she used to churn. Okay, she is called goddess of knowledge. So she used to churn. So when this point was not there, that, oh, how does God look like? She was the one who came up with that point, saying that, oh, if the soul is also point of light, then, just like the snake's child will be like snake. So she said, oh, snake's father will be as long like a snake. Similarly, God will be also point of light, because we children are point of light. Okay, so she discovered that truth, okay, based on the knowledge. So she was considered to be the goddess of knowledge, which means like she had very sharp intellect, even though at that time God did not explain a whole lot. Okay, so these are the specialty. Based on that, she also qualifies, okay, to achieve the highest, the position of highest deity amongst all. Okay. Okay, so I hope that is clear. One more thing that I'm going to tell you, something new. I know you are already feel like, oh wow, it's too much new information, but one more thing I want to add so you can able to understand. I just want to give you base, okay? You don't really have to take it so hard in you, and don't reject it also at the same time. Okay, so Shankar, okay, here is new information. Remember I told you Shankar is a team, right? But I didn't specify. So I'm specifying right now, okay, because this is a good time. Okay, Shankar actually is the combination of three souls. Okay, that's why the name is kept Shankar. Okay, Shankara, it has the presence of Shiva. Okay, Krishna. Who is Krishna? We are talking about the prince. Remember, I just told you that first children, right? First progeny, first prince and princess of the golden age, Brahma Baba, right? So he did not have the body after 69, right? He cannot have the body, but he still have to complete the study. Otherwise, how can he qualify, right? Without completing the study to go to heaven. So he enters in Prajapita. Okay, number one, Brahma, and he studies from God directly. Okay, so that's why, because he is also present from 76, okay, in first Brahma, the name was kept Shankar, and Ram is the soul of the one who owns that body, okay, which is the first Brahma. That's why Shivling, you will see there is a moon, and also on Shankar's forehead, you will see the half moon. Okay, half moon is the present. It's showing that fourth Brahma is present in him, just like the Shivling, right, was symbolized. Just like the presence of Shiva was shown, okay, in form of Shiv Netra on Shankar. Okay. Okay, one last thing. Okay, now Brahma Baba also is known as Eve, right? But in a female form, not the male form. Okay, why? Because after 69, okay, he was still here through the subtle body. Okay, but now he had to study, and at the same time he had the responsibility of transforming all the children, because he was the world mother, right? His responsibility will not finish until the end. So in order to fulfill his responsibility, okay, to transform the spoiled children, he also had to take horror form, okay, in form of Mahakali. Okay, if you don't know Mahakali, it's okay, just Google it. Okay, so but it's not about the physical violence. Okay, in here we have to understand that he comes in the female body, which is the third Brahma, and just plays a role, okay, where everyone's intellect, okay, will be shaken. All the children who are going in the wrong path, their intellect will be shaken, okay, so they can they realized, okay, and again switch their path, okay, take everyone in the right direction. Okay, it's all about knowledge. It's nothing physically. Okay, physical violence is all shown by the pictorial representation of what subtle actions that has been performed here. Okay, but it's nothing in physical sense, just like Shankar's Rodra Avatar, right? Like everybody, it's shown as a physical sense, and God says no, it's a violence. God doesn't do any violence or do any kind of physical things. It's all about knowledge. God gives such a sharp knowledge that everybody gets very scared. Okay, so same thing, Brahma Baba's part is similar. Okay, to transform the children. More you will know from God's versions. Okay, but remember, God does not teach any violence. Everybody, human beings have interpreted it in a wrong way. Okay, now the last thing here is then we are done. Okay, about the flag. So the memorial of these three tasks, okay, of God through three personalities, okay, have also shown in form of colors. Okay, some of us recognize this flag, right? Flag of Bharat. Okay, it has three colors. Okay, orange, white, and green. Okay, so these three colors of the cloth, okay, it is representing three personality. Okay, cloth means body. Okay, so that God had taken the support of three personalities, okay, which we already said. Why it says three personalities? It's combination of five souls, but it is called three, right? As three personalities. So they are in a human, they are in a human form, right? They are living divine personalities. Okay, they are not non-living ideals. Okay, so their body is represented as a cloth, and also the task performed by them is shown here. Okay, for example, through Brahma, Adi Brahma or Jagadamba, right? In the task of creation, okay, God had represented um, uh, uh, the corporeal being. Okay, it is shown as a male in a male form. Okay, but in the path of bhakti, he's remembered as a female form. Okay, so we said why he is remembered as a female form. Okay, so initially God had started giving the knowledge, right, through him from 1947, right? So the creation task was more revealed at that time. Okay, and through him only God had initiated the task by giving the vision, right? So through Brahma, he said the God began the task, right? We had started. God had, you can say, created. Okay, the thought of a new world for us, right? God gave the message through the vision: new world is coming, old world is going. Okay, God is here, right? He's indirectly, that's what he was indicating initially, right? And when he started giving the knowledge, it was more revealed. Okay, so that's why this tricolor flag, okay, is shown in that three colors. And so green is for Brahma, red, okay, orange, right? It's for Shankar. Okay, so it's a color of revolution, okay, power. Okay, so through him, God is bringing the revolution, right? Transforming everyone's intellect by going in the depth of knowledge. Okay, destroy all the religiousness, right? Establishing the soul conscious religion. Okay, so green is for happiness, having that thought of a happy world. Then orange is for power, and the white color is for purity, right? After we destroy the negativity, we sustain the purity. Okay, and that happened through the personality of Vishnu. Okay, so that is what it is referred here. Okay, so that's why there is a song that is sung, right, during the Independence Day. Vijay Vishwa Tiranga Pyara, Jhanda Ucha Rahe Hamara, which means our dear tricolor flag will gain victory over the world. May our flag remain high. Okay, so the flag is symbolic representation here, right? It is telling us that in order for me to gain victory over my vices, that is called true independence, right? Right, the flag is hosted during the Independence Day, right? Um, so it is telling us it's physically doesn't matter, okay, how much we celebrate Independence Day by hosting the flag. No, it is basically regarding them. It is our real independence will, we can say we are only celebrating when we recognize these three ideals. Okay, and then only we can able to accomplish this divinity in our soul, in the soul, and be free from the vices. Okay, create, destroy, and sustain. Right. Um, so I hope it is making sense, right? So all the memorials, when you listen from God directly, like when you study from God, He's going to explain the why all the memorial, important memorials in the path of bhakti comes from here. All the task which has been performed here. Okay. Whenever God comes, whatever is happening, that becomes a memorial. That you will understand. Okay, after the course and when you go to Rajayoga part 2. Okay, we'll keep it here until now. Best wishes for the next session. Om Shanti.